here. So I'm going to get to the main menu. But I want to do a little sidebar before we like really get into the meat of the game. Because I took pictures of the game's manual, which I've referenced many times since we started this stream. Let's get to the save menu. There we go. This is nice, relaxing manual music. I want to look at the manual because there's so much lore that they put in the manual that there is just completely not present from the game, and I thought it would be fun to look at a little bit of it every stream. So here's the cover. It's not sideways in real life. Hold on. There we go. So the whole thing is presented, like the whole manual is presented like it's Eldwin's journal, the old guy's journal that he's written just for himself. It's like his diary. Lore never explains why Azurik doesn't have a shirt, but we are going to learn some more about Azurik today, the character. Okay, I messed it up. Please let me see the cover. There we go. I really like the design of the cover. It's actually like that central figure is very pretty. It's got like I guess the 4 dots. I think it actually says in the book what all this resembles, but like the 4 dots at the top of the 4 elements, I think the big dot at the bottom is supposed to be the life element, and then that central part is obviously an Axion, the weapon of choice of the Lore Guardians. But yeah, it does look like the Morrowind cover. It feels like an old text. But let's look at some characters. Oh yeah, here's the lore dump. Also not sideways in real life. There's a lot. I'm not going to read all of this, but I'll put it all on screen so you can pause it if you want to read it yourself later. There's a lot. I'm having trouble fitting it on screen. There's so much. Hold on. Hey, Nicolay. Welcome. Oh my gosh, it's still not fitting on screen. There we go. So you can pause the stream if you want to read all of that. But basically it's just what I was talking about yesterday, which is up there at the top left. The ancients built the world, they put the people in it, and then they had a war with themselves, and while they were having a war with each other, the Guardians rebelled, so they made the discs to keep the Guardians in check. And then on the right hand side it says bad shit happens if the discs disappear, the Guardians don't do their jobs anymore, and then the world falls apart. So that's it. I'm not going to leave that on screen anymore, but I am going to look at this page because we need to learn more about our characters, all 3 of them, all 3 of this game's characters. I really don't need to select all of these. Just there we go. And yeah, the arts are better than the in-game models. So let's learn about Azurik. There's reference to stuff in here that does not show up in the game that makes me wonder what the original concepts for this game were, but Azurik's mother, the lore guardian Nafa, undertook a pilgrimage to the periphery to learn more of the elemental realms and perished there. So Azurik is an orphan. Azurik came to the Order following her death and petitioned to join us. I refused him, fearing that his recent loss would cloud his ability to focus on scholarly matters. Undaunted, Azurik set off for the periphery, retraced his mother's footsteps, and found her body. Using her Lore Guardian staff, Azurik cremated her worldly shell, releasing her spirit. He returned to the colony, staff in hand, and I was so impressed with Azurik's courage that I made him my apprentice. In the last 5 years, Azurik has learned much. He is a bright pupil and a quick learner. Although he is primarily a scholar, read, nerd, Azurik is capable of running long distances, swimming, and jumping far and high. His fighting prowess with the staff is formidable and not to be underestimated. I like the list of good qualities. Runs long distances, swims good, and jumps far and high. Gonna make sure I note that in my diary. But I just thought this was interesting because it references two things that, as far as I can tell, are not in the game. I don't know what the periphery is. And then it says he comes back to the colony. He returns to the colony, and I don't know what the colony is either. I don't think any of those are mentioned in the game at all, and they're not mentioned anywhere else in the manual, so I have no fucking clue what those places are. But I guess the periphery is somewhere in the elemental realms? I don't know. But that's Azurik. He's a protagonist. His mom is dead. That's what we know about Azurik. There's nothing interesting about Balthazar or Eldwin. Except Eldwin's kind of funny because he says, I add myself here as an exercise in self-portrait. I'm a master lore guardian and have led the guild of lore guardians for the last 25 years. I try never to answer my students' questions directly. Rather, I give them cryptic replies. I like that that's his one character trait, is that he's like a generic mentor figure that never answers people's questions properly. Alright, let's play Azurik. Let me change my input so I can actually see it. So, when we last left off, we had entered the stormy part of the Water Realm. Which has good Knights of the Old Republic music. The problem was, this whole area's everything is based on the day-night cycle, and we just did the thing we were supposed to do during the daytime, so now we have to wait for it to be nighttime. Is the next thing we have to do, so we're just gonna stand here and we're gonna wait for nighttime to come so we can do the next thing. So how is your all's day going before you came to this really entertaining stream? Yes, we do have sea orbs. I watched the beginning of the GDQ Borderlands 2 run. Yeah, it was okay. I wasn't like super blown away. I like that the devs were there, but nothing really funny happened in like the first 30 minutes I was watching. Instead, I swapped over and listened to the new My Brother and Me that just uploaded, which had a very weird energy to it. But it was good. Oh, and I also realized that last time I didn't show off what the firepower does standalone. That's it. It makes you glow. It actually just doesn't defend you from any damage or anything. It's not real armor, it just glows. It's useful in like 2 areas in this game. They wouldn't read my donation either. The message was just, thank God I'm not Anthony Birch. Classic. Oh, there is one thing we could be doing while we're waiting for the day-night cycle to change, actually. There's lots of obsidians hidden underwater in this area. Should probably go get those. There's one over here. Yeah, it is kind of like an oil rig. I like this area. I've liked every area so far, though, so that should not come as a surprise. There's also a tunnel I think we can go to, which partially takes you to the Fire Realm, but there's nothing you can do there yet. Maybe we'll check that out. Because it's nighttime. Perfect. So at nighttime, the spotlights come on. Assuming that the spotlights have been unlocked, which last time we did some platforming to unlock these ones. Get up there, Azurik. Get up. There we go. And when the spotlights go over like these lotus flowers, they open up. You can actually, if you stand on those and you wait for daytime to come, this is a thing I figured out when I was a kid because I just wanted to see what would happen as a kid. If you wait until daytime to come, if they just close like this, they close so short that it really doesn't make a difference. It's like, we'll just stand here and do it now and wait for it to actually close. You know, eventually. You know, just like, it'll do it eventually. Okay, this one over here seems to be doing it a lot. Well, that's it. It doesn't do anything special, you're just in there. But, like I said, if you stay in there until daytime comes and let the lights turn off, you just get stuck in there until nighttime comes out eventually. So you just have to wait for an entire day-night cycle just to get out of the prison you put yourself in. Nikolai asks, I'm not sure how it feels, but this platforming looks kind of tough due to the camera rotation. Is it actually okay? No. They're very long. We just waded through one of them. That was pretty much the entire thing. There was a little bit cut off at the beginning, but last time I also pointed out that these things right here are the daytime platforms. They come up when it's daytime. But unlike the flowers, they actually come from the bottom and rise to the top. So you can just position yourself over one like this. And when daytime comes, we'll be at the end of the platforming. So we just skipped the whole thing. Cycles, I don't know the exact time. I think it's probably close to like 5 minutes. It's kind of absurd and annoying. There are some fishies. There's a fishy up there. There's not many fishies in the water, though. The Xbox cannot handle a lot of fishies. But no, to answer your question succinctly, the platforming in this game is not good. The only thing that kind of feels okay is the fact that when you jump and you chain together jumps as you're going downhill, you build up a lot of momentum, which I don't think is intentional, and it's not used for anything. I think that's just a weird bug in their movement system. And the other thing that feels kind of fun is if you you hit a ledge at the right angle, you mantle it, Azurik climbs onto it. And it works on pretty much every hard edge in the game. And that feels good. Everything else feels like garbage, and the controls are terrible, and no double jump. Well, we're about to get this game's version of a double jump, but it's not a vertical double jump, it's more like a horizontal extended jump. But the air power lets you do multi-jumping, which is what we are waiting for right now. This day-night cycle thing would be better if there were more things to do in this area. Like, if there was multiple daytime jumping puzzles that you had to do, so you could, do all of them, or some of them in the time it takes for day to come, and then you wait for night, and then you do the night ones. But there's just one alternating back and forth. Oh! God damn it. Alright, I needed to sit a little bit higher above that so the doors didn't push me out of the way. It's fine. I guess we'll actually do the jumping puzzle. God knows we have time to do it. Plus, I guess we get the emeralds this way. The very important collectibles. Yeah, maybe I'm just bad at platforming. Maybe that's on me. Oh, there's birds. So now I got the air power. Air power gives you wings. Level 1, the wings look very silly. He looks pretty dorky with the level 1 power. They all get better as you get the stronger levels of elemental power, but level 1 gives you one single flap, and then it goes away. So it gives you a double jump, basically. But the progressive more levels of air power give you 2 jumps and then 3 jumps. But as you can see, you don't really get height with it, but they let you get distance, like that. So they're necessary for a lot of platforming. None of these jumps I'm making right here would be possible without the air power. So you just keep using it over and over for every single jump. Air power is usually what you run out of the fastest. It drains, because I mean, it drains for every single jump you do. So as you can see, I'm already almost out. So that's great. Last time I also talked about these rocks. You match up the colors that flash on the rocks with the elements to combine them into an attack. So these drop diamonds. Now that we have air power, we can actually do that. Oh yeah, also, air combines with fire and water to make lightning staff. Air also combines with fire to make lightning shield, which we can actually use to get into the submarine now in the previous area, so we can go do that. And air and water makes ice armor, which is actual armor. And ice armor actually kind of looks cool. As cool as Azurik can look. I never really used armor in this game, because the combat is kind of like not anything. But I think there's some guardians that require the use of specific armors. But let's explore a little bit while we wait.
Yellow globes replenish your air element.
While we wait for the night cycle to progress. We can get all these rocks now. What we're waiting for is those lights to turn on so we can do all of those Lotus puzzles so we can get to that disc fragment down there. Or we could fall. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We're going in the water anyways. Also, yeah, none of your axiom powers work. Sorry, it's an axion. I thought it was an axiom, which is a real word. But it's actually an axion with an N, as I've discovered by reading the booklet. So I'm a fake Azurik nerd. Oh, these are barnacles. These have been enemies the whole time, by the way. I don't think I've ever gotten close to one, but they attack you if you get close to them. And also, like, just stop moving. They're not very good enemies. Let's check this out real quick, because I love this area. This is like a sneak preview into the Fire Realm. So you go through a giant tube from the waterfall into the lava fall, which bridges the big gap in the middle, and you go into the Fire Realm. But you can't actually do anything here yet. Because As you can see, we require some other kind of power to get through this. We need acid to get through this rock, which we don't have yet. But that's where this is. I don't think you can... Yeah, you can't go in there. But I just thought this area was always cool, because again, it's one of those things where you get a sneak preview of a future area. And you get excited to one day actually be able to do something here. So let's go back to the waterfall. I also realized that last time there was a really funny thing I forgot to show you in town. So, two things, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So next time we're in town, we're going to have to do that. Oh, also daytime just ended. Perfect timing. Let's do this really quick, and then we'll come back and get all these gems. So this one actually requires timing, because the lights aren't just constantly on every single one of these things. Oh, also the controls are inverted, which is a weird trend on Xbox games specifically. Xbox games thought it was really cool to invert your control sticks, and a lot of games did not actually give you the issues to the options to uninvert them, so you just got used to it. So I've been playing this entire game inverted on both axes, X and Y. God knows why. I don't know why anyone thought that was a normal thing. It's not. Inverted controls are Satan, and if you use them, I'm sorry, you might be a demon. Look into that. But yeah, as far as I know, it wasn't like a thing on the GameCube or the Nintendo 64, you know, the other consoles that had like control sticks. I don't think they inverted everything. But like the Xbox, everything is inverted, or most things are, and a lot of games don't give you options to change it. In fact, does this game give you options to change it? No. You can turn off vibration, which is really, you know, what we were looking for. The vibration just bothers me so much. So we got our disc fragment. We can leave now. We've done pretty much everything there is to do in the stormy part of the water realm. At least everything that is accessible from the stormy part of the water realm. I'm gonna grab these gems though. But we're gonna go back and do the ow. We're gonna go back and go into the submarine. The terrifying submarine base from before. We can actually go inside of it now that we have the air power. And use it for its intended purpose. Also, I don't know what triggers it. I'll have to like go back in the recording and see when this happened, but the camera is really zoomed in on Azurik, and I have no idea why. You can reset it by pulling the left trigger, which will turn it back to like its default camera. But I don't know what makes it all zoomed in. I don't know what triggers that. It just happens sometimes. No, it happens all over the place. It happens like when you're on land or in water or wherever. I think it's like you force it into a specific angle and then it doesn't reset. And I don't know what angle that is or why. That right there, though, this is the seal. Let's see if he'll say it. He didn't say anything. which is kind of bullshit because the only way you'd be able to figure out is if you already knew it. But this is where you bring all of the water disc fragments. This is the water disc seal.
You need 3
there he
fragments of
goes.
the water disc to pass beyond this seal.
A bit late there, buddy. But yeah, you bring 3 fragments to this, and that brings you to the boss of the water realm. That's where you fight the Water Guardian, who is the only boss of this game I think I legitimately got to. I've fought some of the other Guardians. I think I fought all of them, but the only one I got to without sequence breaking and using cheat codes, I think, was the Water Guardian. Can you, like, actually save? Thank you. Let's go through another tube real quick, though. I just realized there's one more thing we didn't do in the stormy part of the water realm that we have to go through this tube first. Whee! Whoa! Welcome to tubes. The ancients, which I think their official name is the Diluvians. The ancients really liked tubes. We're going to be seeing a lot of tubes before this game is over. Tubes and slides were like their favorite fucking things in the world. Whee! Lower the crane. Maybe this was actually made by the Chozo. I'm not saying that Azurik is in the Metroid universe, but I am going to say just think about it. Just think about it. Actually, there are some statues. Next time I see one, I'll try and point it out. But I think they're vaguely like... They remind me of like the statues that you get into in the Morph Ball. Very vaguely. Anyways, let's check out the submarine. And then we can also go take a look at the whirlpool since it's kind of just sitting over there tauntingly. The whirlpool still scares me, and I'm a grown man now. But I feel like the whirlpool is a very realistic fear. You know, I don't think that's irrational. I mean, I guess it's irrational insofar as it's a fake whirlpool, but I think whirlpools are pretty scary. So let's go beat up these Overlord imps that tried to shoot us with a torpedo. No, wrong one. There we go. So lets us get through the electric shield. We got the key from the dock that they shot us at. We really didn't need that cutscene, but thanks. Like, I got it. I think this game uses cutscenes a lot because they didn't want to... The game was so buggy whenever Azurik interacted with moving geometry that they were like, we'll just do a cutscene every time there's moving geometry so that's not an option. There they are. I don't remember what these guys are weak to. It is at least part water.
Move
I mean,
to
it
the
might be steam.
periscope and press the X button to activate it.
So that seemed to work pretty well.
Use the left thumbstick to aim the periscope. Press the X button to fire the torpedo.
So we actually get to fire torpedoes. Unfortunately, they don't really do anything. but there is a little puzzle here. You're supposed to use the sonar to figure out where you're supposed to shoot a torpedo. So we're gonna commit a very quick, small act of terrorism. And just kind of knock that tower over to solve a puzzle. We're just gonna shoot an ancient piece of art because the sub beeped at us. We thought, you know, that's just a sign from the ancients. And the controller vibrated too. They did everything. This submarine is one of like my favorite parts of this game because it's just really weird and out of place, and I don't know why it's here, but I love it. Speaking of, there's a couple platforms up here that we should use, yeah. So floating here next to the whirlpool and the submarine, there's a save point, and there's a teleporter that leads back to the beginning of the water realm over there, which I think we'll actually use now because that'll make the walk over to that faster. So now we can teleport from the beginning of the water realm out to the edge of it over there whenever we want, or at least whenever we're at one of those 2 points. But I'm gonna desperately try not to fail this next platforming part because it adds a lot of time if you do. But first, let me show you this. So there's this cave here that we never went into, and that's because there's really no point to go into it from this side. If you swim into this cave, it's really dark, and you can't see anything, and there's no point to this cave at all. That's because this is the failure area. This is where you fall into if you fuck up this next platforming thing. And you have to swim in shame all the way back out and around again. Yeah, here's that ancient tower we just destroyed for fun. Is it still intact? The water symbol on top? Yep. That's the symbol for water. So this is one of like the 2 areas in the game where the firepower is necessary, and it's not necessary, because if you do this, you'll see you can actually see the geometry against the water below you, so you don't actually need the firepower for this bit. But I'm going to use it anyways, just so that the stream is a little bit more visually entertaining. Okay. And we never fell off. Thank God. This is another opportunity we missed where you could actually see this disc fragment from town. You might have noticed it in the VOD. I forgot to point it out, but yeah, from everywhere in town you could see this disc and wonder like, how the hell do you get to that disc? It's here. This is how you get to that disc. Goodbye, town. We'll be back. How many obsidian dildos does Azurik have at this point? 15. When we get 20, I'll probably go turn them in. We have enough for like the first level reward, but that reward sucks and I don't care. I don't even remember what the 20 reward is. But we might as well cash as many in at once as we can. Let's go check out the whirlpool That sounds like fun and scary. I'm gonna go save first. I kind of want to test what the range is, like when it starts pulling you in, because I actually don't remember, like how close you have to be before it becomes an issue. I don't think there's anything to do at the whirlpool at the moment, though. There definitely is later. Yeah, let's just kind of edge our way. We'll go this way first, because this is actually where you're supposed to get up there. Look how scary it is. It's so menacing. Oh, it's pulling in. It's pulling in. It's pulling in very fast. Get up. Azurik, please get up. Okay. So it's less like a gradient and more like you pass an invisible barrier and then you're in it. Yeah, there it is. In all its terrifying glory. This might be as good a point as any to show you what the death screen is like. If we want to sacrifice ourselves to the whirlpool gods. I'm gonna let the Sleeth kick me in. Do it. Do it. A little bit closer. There you go.
Press the A button to continue your quest.
That's it. I have that voice line is also like hard burned into my memory. Press the A button to continue your quest. Yeah, no, that's very underwhelming. But it's still scary. Especially since the range at which it pulls you is a lot closer than I thought it was. Or it's a lot further out than I thought it was. I think we're actually treading the line right now. Press the A button to continue your quest. Let's see. Now we can go to the Fire Realm, which I think is the next intended course of action. Because we have our air power, which will let us cross the bridge, which has a big hole in it. So we might as well continue our tour of all the realms and do that first. Oh yeah, we have to go through town as well, so I can show you the really funny thing that I wanted to show you. It's a scary late game enemy. And also another example of one of those things where it teases you at a future area before you can get to it. Because I just want to keep showing those off, because I like them every time. I think they're fun. That's where we were. Help us, Azurik. You are our only hope, Azurik. I think it's right here. Yep. So you can actually climb down this broken bridge, which, by the way, where was this bridge supposed to go? Because that's just a lava fall over there. Maybe it wasn't always a lava fall, I don't know. But you can climb down this broken bridge like a ladder and into the sewer where something terrible awaits. Are you ready? He doesn't actually do any damage because there's a grate in the way. I used to be fucking terrified of this guy. He used to scare the ever-loving shit out of me. Now I just think he's really funny because he makes like a ooga booga noise every time he attacks. Bleh. Wait. Oh, I know. There we go. See if we can get a look at him. Hey, kid. You want to come in these sewers? That's a good thumbnail. But eventually you do go down in those sewers. Way later. That's actually like one of the last things you do in the game. Rubies means fire, means this is the way to the fire realm. If we went back up to the tower, that's Eldwin would tell us to come here. Oh. Camera was inverted and it almost killed me. So the fire realm is mostly ruins, lava, and machinery. Actually, is there anything this way? I don't remember. I think this just gives you a small vista, and then you have to walk back around. But I might be wrong. There's one ruby. Well. Alright. Definitely worth it. Oh, while we're here, I guess I can talk about the schedule. I think I've decided, in order to keep things, you know, kind of spiced up. Oh, okay. Bad timing. In order to keep things spiced up, my plan is, I'm going to alternate between Xbox games, or the Xbox games, and then I'm gonna play those other games that we were talking about. Oh yeah, I got the air power. You missed it. The air power lets me have wings. But it's like just one extra jump. But like, so as soon as we finish Azurik, I'm probably gonna follow up with Deus Ex, and then when we finish Deus Ex, I'm gonna follow that up with another Xbox game, which has not yet been decided. So that's probably the way we're gonna do this time slot for the foreseeable future. There's a lot of content there.
The Diluvians were masters of the mysterious ways of fire. You must unlock their secrets, which are held in the Great Flame Tower.
Gotcha. Here are the fire elementals. Like I said, they're like the water ones. They've got masks and they're made of fire. And then these dudes are flame sentinels. They are robots that are also made of fire. And they're pretty cool. Still really dig the designs in this game. There is another enemy down in there that you can't see. Maybe we can get him? There he is. He's hiding. If you get close enough to the lava, this guy pops out and we can see him in action. These guys are mostly weak to water. The big dudes breathe fire, which is annoying. Oh! Good. Good start to the fire realm. Here we go. So this is kind of where my knowledge of the game starts to fall apart. I don't remember the Fire Realm as well as the other parts of the game. I did find a key though, so that's good. And it doesn't help that most of the Fire Realm is like corridors. Well, I need 3 keys for that, so I guess that's our first goal. Most of the Fire Realm is very samey looking. It's like caves and tunnels and lava everywhere. So that doesn't make things easier. This is a blind speedrun. It's a very specific category. It's an Azurik partially blind speedrun, where I kind of know the beginning of the game and nothing else, and we see how fast I can beat it. I'm the only person running in this category, but that just means it'll be easier to get world record. There's an elevator, though. This requires shockwave, which I think all requires earth, which we don't have. This looks like there's a disc fragment back there, though. Yep. So we gotta come back to this one. Remember where that is, because I probably won't. This looks like a door that isn't open yet. So there is nothing to do at this, which I guess is the fire tower. Cha. 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 Oh, there's a save point down there. Good. Make sure you take a little bit of fall damage. No, I wanted to kill you for health, so you need to not breathe fire. Thank you. There we go. So that's 1 key. We need 2 more. Apparently the ancients were fond of multi-key arming systems. That was slick. They've kind of locked me into one course of action after I fell off that ledge there. Kind of only have the option of bumbling around in tunnels for the moment. Oh, nope. Excuse. Oh, it's the base of the fire tower. How much you want to bet that that in there is going to get filled with fire? Or maybe lava? I bet $3. These guys have probably the most annoying sound effects in the game. Also, this is a lot of harvesters. They're also very tanky, so you hear their noises a lot because they just refuse to die. Ow. They're also not weak to any power that I have. I think they're weakest to acid. But you know, that checks out. They're made of rocks. Maybe they're weak to water because, like, erosion? I don't know. I'm going to leave them alone for now. Yes, they do have friendly fire enabled. So he did just kick that bug at me. Ow. Please leave me alone. Here's a statue some ancient made of a fire elemental because art, but more probably because they horny. More evidence, I think, that the ancients are actually humans. I mean, oh, the stone columns would have had boobs. Yeah. Oh, this is where we fell down before. Okay. Cool. Back it up. Sure is a lot of fire in the fire realm, huh? Who would have thought? It's weird. Nope, 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 nope. I still really don't like harvesters. They freak me out. Oh, it's an obsidian. That's not what I needed, but thanks.
Obsidian.
Oh, hey. That's a thing over here. Oh no. Oh yeah, lava is insta kill, by the way.
Press the A button to
Insta death. Alright. Alright. I wonder if I can do this. Well. Not quite.
press the A.
Maybe with more flight, more air, we could probably make that jump. No, that's part of the run, actually. That's part of the run. Can't believe I have to explain the importance of the lava death in this run to you. You simpleton. Yeah, it's a death warp. We needed to get back. We needed to get back to that spot. Oh, hey. I mean, nice. I don't know where we are right now, but apparently it was the right way. See? That's why we had to fall off that platform and die right there. Can I, like... Nice. Now we just gotta find our way back up. Which I think is through this tunnel here. See if I can retrace my steps. Well, this just leads back around, right? No, it leads up. Okay, good. Okay. This is the real reason you fight enemies, I guess. Is so they don't knock you off of ledges. Give me that. Thank you. Because so far, that's how we've died every time. They do... Oh my god, Nikolai. You just, like, unlocked a part of my brain that has been, like, sitting there for decades. So, like, the first time I played Dota 2, I saw Shadow Fiend, and I was like, this guy looks fucking familiar. And that just, like, sat in the back of my brain forever. You have finally unlocked the final piece of that puzzle for me. Thank you so much. Yeah, they have, like, the same animations and everything. Those guys look... I was about to say those guys look like Shadow Fiend, but we both know that the correct way to phrase that is that Shadow Fiend looks like Azurik, the Perathia Fire Sentinels. So... I'm not saying that Valve owes them $1 million, but... I mean, all of the proceeds from Shadow Fiend Cosmetics, I think that's just fair. That's just fair at that point. Okay, let's not die to lava this time. Is that a key down there? I don't know. Let's... Oh my god. Oh, thank god. Thank you, Mantling. Thank you so much. Let's not fall off this time. Really? 2 combos isn't enough for you? Dang. Beefy. Yeah, come here. Alright, that works. I'm not convinced I can make that jump. So, I'm not doing that. Oh, there's an obsidian up there, too. That requires a lot of flying. If a jump requires any amount of, like, gaining elevation, the answer is usually no. That much I remember. Because the flight power air element does not really help you gain elevation. It just lets you go further.
The multicolored globes.
Those refill all of your power. They're handy. Oh good, it's some sort of fire maze. Good. Oh hey, there's the last key we need.
Key.
Is this like a shrine with a lava fall? This room is pretty cool. Oh, that wall put itself back up. Nice. Progress is good. We can go check out the Fire Palace after this, assuming I can find my way back up there. The Fire Palace is cool. Oh! Oh! Oh, oh, that's not even lava down there. How do I get out of this fire maze? This looks like some fucking MC Escher shit in this room. Okay, this is how we entered the maze. Maybe this leads to an exit. Or maybe it is more maze. I think it's more maze. Whoa, okay. That's the second time that's almost been a problem. At least all of the harvesters are killing themselves on the firewalls. Oh. Yeah, this... Oh, god damn it, we went full circle. This is most certainly what I imagine hell looks like. Lots of fire and mazes. That's the lava worship room. That's to the MC Escher room, but we haven't been there in a little while, so we might as well go there. Maybe down? Down is exit? Well, down is obsidian. And lots of harvesters. The Fire Palace has one of the best songs in this game. It has like my favorite area music. It's like some Arabian Nights stuff. It's very good. Okay. This way? I don't think we've ever gone this way. No, we have. We have. This leads to the top MC Escher stairs. This way. Pretty sure that leads back to where we entered the maze. Or does this lead back to where we entered the maze? I'm about to... Okay, this leads back to where we entered the maze. I'm about to, God, stop. I'm about to use the free camera to fly outside of this maze and see... Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna kill these... Okay. This works really well, actually. Almost like they specifically made this for this purpose. Is there an exit here? I thought I saw one. No, that's not an exit. Is that it? No, this is the lava worship room. Oh, now the camera's breaking. I thought I saw an exit. Yeah, that tunnel right there. What is this? What is that tunnel? I think that's the exit right there. It looks like it branches off of the MC Escher room. So let's head back over there. Is that the exit? Oh, fuck you. Wait, but that's just right here. I just never went left. Alright. I just never went left after coming out of there. We got our last key, though. Hi. Now, if we can just find our way back to where to put the keys. we will be in good shape. This part of the stream would be a good time to overlay all the Metacritic scores of this game. There we go. Mazes are very good video game difficulty that everyone loves. Everyone loves a good maze. Spin the wheel. Oh, y'all owe me $3. Not like $3 each, just like collectively pull your money together to give me $3. Alright, now we just gotta remember how to get onto the tower. Which was a thing we knew how to do at one point. Oh, let's save. Let's save. No, I think we get up there by going this way, actually. This leads up to the tower, right? Yeah. Oh wait, no. But we wanted to get up there. This is not yeah. No, yeah. How did we get up there before? It has to be through this. Well, we'll try this tunnel again. Yeah, all the enemies are very ignorable. Let's go this way. I cannot imagine being enough of a fan of this game where this part becomes memory. I cannot imagine burning this part of the game into memory. It's all just like the same goddamn tunnels. No, that's not the way to go then. Let's use our GPS real quick. How do we get up here? Oh. That's how we would get there from above, but to get up here... You're already up there. In order to get up there, you're already up there. How did I actually get up here? I have a vague idea of where I parked Azurik. Alright. Well, I guess we can figure out how to get up here, because once I figure out how to get up here, I can get to there. To get up here, I think we need to go all the way around. And I guess once we go all the way around, we can get up here, and then we can jump from up here down to there, and then walk. I know a way to get there. I don't know if it's the fastest way. But I know a way to get there. Unless I forgot. I might have just forgotten. I had it all planned out in my head. I had the route and then I lost it. I'm trying to get to that base level of the bridge where we were earlier. Yeah, it's RNG. Yeah, it's RNG. Yeah. Shit. Hold on. No, we got this. We got this. Don't worry. Now. Okay. No, don't call the path that I need to go to. Yeah, in this case it's my memory that's RNG based. Alright, so let's try this again. How do I get up here? Oh wait, is this just from the keys? Does this path just come from the key area? No, it's the bottom path from that crossroads. Okay. It's almost like this, making your level design just a bunch of interconnected cave tubes is not good level design. Ow. That said, I'm also stupid, so that doesn't help. I guess this is kind of like realistic geography. Lava tubes are like real geological formations. So here's my plan. We're going to go all the way up and around onto that big ledge, and then we're going to drop down onto that other ledge, and then from there we'll be able to walk all the way around to get to the bridge. Assuming we don't get killed by rock monsters. That's a big assumption, I think. Oh! Go, Azurik, go, go. It's fine. You only need 1 HP. Wait, where is this? Oh, this is where we need to go. Okay, perfect. We don't even need to do like step 2 and 3 of this. I'm gonna be very careful and not get killed here, though. You need to come here and give me health, too. Why are you moving like that? Why are you doing this to me? Interesting factoid, as demonstrated by that fire elemental that's in the lava over there. So we knocked her in, I think. Come here. The fire elementals, like these guys, they do not get damaged by standing in lava. They can stand in lava indefinitely and it doesn't do anything. The other guys, the fire sentinels, the big dudes, they actually do get killed by lava, despite also just being floating fire monsters. So, I don't know what the deal with that is. So if they fall in lava, they die. The fire elementals don't. And I have no clue why. Okay. Carefully make our way. No, yeah, this is right. This is right. Yes. Cool. We made it. Now we can go see a new area. That's probably going to be more lava and more tubes. Because that's all the fire realm is. Oh. Level transition.
Find the keys to disable the force fields and to repair the platforms so you can restore power to the small generator. Find the passage to the water realm.
Okay. That's... So it's trying to tell you that that's a landscape? It's trying to tell you that this is like you're looking out the window, but like... It's very obviously not. Like, that's some Disneyland shit. Like, that's... that's really bad. Yeah. Okay. This is an interesting area. Oh, hello. Lots of rocks, and I'm almost dead again. Oh! I just got thunderstruck.
Press the A button.
So I think if you use your lightning shield here, that's what protects you from these things. I don't know how long it protects you. Ow. I also want the obsidian. I'm not sure if I can get the obsidian and get them back up. No, I can. We're good. Well. Poor Azurik.
Press the A button.
Those rock monsters kind of get in the way, don't they, huh? Oh, thank God, you get full health when you die. Okay, that makes things a little bit better. Let's take care of the riffraff. I think I said the first stream. I talked about this method. How this is the slowest but safest way to kill enemies. It works a little bit better if there's a cliff. Okay. Oh, that's not the electric shield. That's the electric weapon. That was about to kill us. Oh, okay. Oh, wow, it's already gone. Okay. Alright, so that's not the best shield ever. Protects us from a few lightning bolts. What even are these things? Why are there electric plants? They like fungus? They're just here. Why not? I guess they are kind of neuron-y. That frightens me. Alright, let's activate this Oh yeah, here's the adult catalysts. I told you we'd see them. Get out of the way. They're very large. And honestly, they're kind of cute. Okay, I need to get to this safe point. Oh, hello there. I actually remember this part of the game now. We're about to go into some machinery, I think. Oh. There we go. This was a mistake. I miscalculated.
Press the A button.
Is this guy gonna spawn on my right every single time? Yep. Hello. At least he's not that threatening. The music here kind of sucks compared to most of the other area music. Let's go all the way up. What was that? No, it just goes down. There's a path up here, though. Whoa. Barely made it. Oh, there's no... Cool. I thought that was a doorway. I mean, I guess it is a doorway. No. No. I need that key. Yeah, you also can't use your air power to, like, stop you from taking full damage. It does not propel you up enough to cancel out your downward momentum. So all you do is get, like, a couple panicked flaps in before you die. Oh, ooh, okay, that was close. I'm assuming the development for this game was like they introduced the air power, which lets you fly, and it started out a lot stronger than it ended up. Oh! I thought that was going to wait a second. It did not wait a second. It just immediately shot back up. Holy shit. So they made the air power, and you could fly, and then they realized that it broke a lot of the puzzles, because you could just fly over them. So they were like, well, how can we balance it? And then they were just like, oh, make it shit, so the air power doesn't actually do anything. And that's how they balanced it. They did a great job. And out of the way. See, he'll die on the lava. There he goes. He's very dead. Oh, and if you like the highlight videos, I guess, small piece of news, I'm halfway through editing the System Shock 2 highlights video. I've gotten through part 3 of the Family Guy funny moments. Okay. So this thing doesn't take a break, it just... So you gotta just go for it. Yep, alright. There's an obsidian up there. not a flawless landing. Whew, that was a good jump, though. Yeah, so I've gotten up to like part 3 through the highlight videos, and I'll say the audio. So in part 2, that was the one where my mic was like 1,000 miles away, and I didn't realize until halfway through the recording. And I was like, hey, is the audio still good? I just realized the mic isn't anywhere near me. And everyone in chat was like, yeah, the audio's fine. And I will admit, listening back to it by itself, just like isolated, it's still kind of listenable. It's not like a huge issue, but then when you listen to it back to the other recordings, it's like the most obvious jarring thing in the world, and it's like, oh god, why does it sound so bad? Why can I barely hear him? Gather. Get. Why do you move like this? Who hurt you? Ow. Combat. Oh, I'm almost dead. I'm dead.
Press the A button.
Those fellas hit like a truck. Alright, we're gonna speed run. You ready for the speed run? I've routed. So those previous things, so those other ones where I died, that was all intentional. I was routing. So now this is the speed run, now that I know the route. Yeah, I'm manipulating the RNG. I probably could have done that jump if I was like super ballsy and just went for it, but let's try not to lose 1,000,000 health here to these guys. Nice. Not nice. Why'd you do that, game? That was almost really bad. That was almost incredibly bad. Get the ruby. Get it. Is there anything on the sides over here? Oh, it's just lava. That's the slowest lava fall I've ever seen. But I guess lava falls aren't normally very fast. Okay. We've almost got all the sapphires we need for the upgrade to water capacity. We're very close. There's another obsidian right there that I'm never getting. Okay, new plan. New plan for these fire elementals. We just cheese them. There we go, there's one. Oh, they almost cheesed me. Ow. Okay, that helps block a little bit of damage. Just go. Just go. We made it. I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to get up here safely. So I wanted to make sure I could kill her. But then I just ended up risking it because I thought there was a bigger chance I was just gonna die. There we go. See, our water bar got bigger. I would really like a save point. None of that is save points. There's the save point we had before. That doesn't do us any good. We can't get back up here if we go that way. Is there a save point up here somewhere? Please? Let's kill this guy for health. These guys are pretty safe to kill. Unless they run away like babies. What was that? He just juked me. Key acquired. Good. Do we have 2 of those now? We got 2 of those now. I think we were down there before. Yeah, we were definitely down there. That's where that obsidian was that we didn't get. And I can put a key in there. Oh. Okay. Don't die, don't die, don't. Could have made that jump, but I pussied out at the last second. Oh, I need that key. Oh, this sucks. Is that a save point? No, that's a rock monster. Rock monsters and save points are slightly different. Okay, I'm going to try and get this in one cycle. Or I'm going to time it. Or I'm going to jump over there and have a clear shot to run straight for that and jump on it without getting hit by anything. And I think the time to do that is going to be right when it's on its downward movement. As soon as it like starts going down, I'm going to run for it. Oh, my timing was off. Oh, no. No, no. That was not the jump button, that was the jab button.
Press the A button to continue.
After all of that... After all of that, I die because I pressed the jab button instead of the jump button. God damn it. This speedrun time. So I was just routing. A key example of mixing up the fight and flight instincts. Well, I must emphasize that the jump button in this game is Y and attack is A. So that's why. A is like the jump button in every other game that's ever existed. Oh. I want that obsidian.
Obsidian.
Taking a lot of chip damage from falling, but that's fine. What would not be fine is getting knocked into the lava by that monster. Okay, whatever. Some poor souls have worked out trying to figure out how to 100% this game, because there is no like percentage meter. Like the game doesn't tell you if you've 100%. And these little gems that you collect, there is no official count of how many are in the game. The game doesn't tell you. So for people that have been trying to 100% speedrun this game, like, you can Google it. No one is like 100% sure how many gems there are. At least last time I checked. Maybe progress has been made, and now they know how many rubies and emeralds and everything there are. Because there's also not the same number of all of them. There's a different number of every type of gem. I think they went through basic lengths to make sure there was, I think, 300 of all four types. So that you could get the level 3 upgrade for, you know, all three of them. But past that point, I think they all have different amounts all over the place. I'm gonna go this other way real quick. See what's going on over there. A single diamond. Yeah, I'm not even risking that. That's not worth my time. That's like bending over to pick up a nickel. It's not worth the effort, even if it is free. Okay, so last time the cycle was not... We had to start it a little bit earlier. So I'm going to say right when it's about to stop at the top. Nope. Yes! That would have been perfect if I hadn't been hit by that. Instead, it was just almost perfect. Hi. No. Excuse me. Oh my god, I think we finally made it. I think we have to use this key here, and then we can drop down and be done with this hell area. Oh yeah, so that makes all those things go up. Woo! We did it. Okay, so now they're all synced together, which will make this one go all the way to the very top. Which means we can press this button. Oh, which opens that door. That is a door. I'm not crazy. Progress. Finally. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh. And that makes this one go higher, I guess. Yeah, okay, so that turns that one into an elevator. It's a good reuse of old areas. That's some pretty good level design, actually. At least this game did that part right. Yeah, the Fire Realm, somebody asked me last stream what my least, what the non-cool areas of this game are. Since everywhere else seems to be a cool area. Fire Realm. This right here. These are the non-cool areas of the game. Okay. Ow. There's a big statue of Fire Lady. Oh, hey! Hey, we're gonna see some steam elementals. Unless I get killed by a catalyst. Which is getting increasingly likely, I think. I need earth power in order to go through there. I think we just killed ourselves. Oh, you see those over there, though? So we have water and fire elementals next to each other. If we just get them to combine, which, there they go. They turn into big, scary steam elementals. Which, will destroy your ass. There's a teleporter. Oh, does it lead back close to the save point? Because that would be awesome. Oh, it leads to the catalyst that just kills you. Cool.
Press the A button to continue your quest.
Cool. Cool teleporter. We weren't that far into that area. Good teleporter, Ancients. Really liked that one. Okay. Don't need the platform for that one. I think we're about to get our earth power, and then we will have our full complement of powers. We will have earth, air, fire, water, as Elwyn says at the beginning of the game. Earth. Welcome to Earth. This really needs to come down. Welcome to Perathia. That's an elevator, but I don't know if it's on yet. That requires Earth. That way over there requires Earth. That's the teleporter that leads to cats. So let's try this, I guess. Okay, this is on. Ooh, here we go. This is where the Fire Realm gets good. See this shit? I don't think we're supposed to do this yet, though. We actually need to go back up right now. Oh, wait, no, there it goes. We just made it. And here we are in the Steam Chasm, where Fire Realm meets Water Realm. Dragons live here, I guess. Welcome to Valley of the Drakes. We're gonna get Red Tearstone Ring. Okay, thankfully that doesn't kill you. I was gonna scream. I was like, wait, where am I supposed to go? The developers had hearts big enough to not... to, like, make you immune to fall damage from that. They aren't completely evil. That's right! You can climb this wall. There's a very faint pattern of vines on it. I remembered this wall being like, there was something special about this wall. And I couldn't remember what it was. That's what it was. That wall was bullshit. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. Let me see. I get real close. There they are. You see them? You see those red vines on the red wall? Those are vines. There's some right here too. On the black as night wall. Where they blend in. But I guess if you would have, like, realized that you had nothing else to do up here, you probably would have figured out just by walking into the wall out of frustration. Save point. Whoop. Alright. So there's also zip lines in this game that kind of don't work. There we go. That's a good thumbnail too, right there. Get that scenic shot. Is there anything down there? Is there a reason to go down on this vine? Yes, there's an entire area in the air realm that is centered around the zip line. Primarily. How did you know? Okay, back to the fire realm. Can you go through the waterfall? Huh. I didn't even consider trying that. No, there is an invisible wall. Darn. That would have been a good secret. Yeah, I don't... Normally I have that same video game sense, which is check behind the waterfall, because, like, that's every video game ever, but... For some reason that did not trigger there. There was some terrain behind it, it was just not accessible. We're back inside the machine, though. The good part of this game. Of this area. Ow. Here, let's kill some bots and get some health back. Wait, where'd they go? Oh, they went up. Come back down. You guys are easy to kill. Come here. I need your health. No. That's not health, that's water power. There's a little bit. Yeah. This is the only part of the Fire Realm I actually like, besides the palace. This, like, machine part is very sci-fi, and I like it. And is one of the reasons, as per my theory, that this whole world is, like, terraformed. In fact, when we get to the Death Realm, the Death Realm and the Life Realm really, like, tie the theory together. Which is already kind of supported by the lore that, like, this world cannot support itself without the use of these elemental realms. They are, like, required for this world's survival. And I think it's because this planet was never meant to be lived on. I don't know what this machine does. It looks like it has something to do with magnets. I do know that Azurik probably has about 7 different kinds of cancer now. I was really hoping this would be the Earth power. Oh wait, no, there's the Earth power right there. Bueno. Alright, a disc fragment. Oh, I thought that thing was gonna kill me right before I got to the Earth power. Oh wait, I could have gotten this the whole time. I just needed to do that to get the disc fragment. I could have gotten the Earth power from the very beginning. No, we're not in space. This is still the Fire Realm. It is very sci-fi, though. Okay. Well, now... Alduin recommended we go to the water realm, which I believe is this over here, which is what I showed off last time we were in the stormy part of the water realm. So water and earth together make acid. Yep. And look where we are. Now we can go back to the water realm. I don't rightly know why Eldwin wants us to go back to the water realm. I think we can do something in the icy part of the water realm now, which we haven't even visited. But stormy part is pretty much just completely finished. I don't think there's anything else for them to do in the stormy part. And there's lots of stuff we have to do in the Earth Realm, too. The Earth Realm is, like, the biggest. There's so much shit to do in the Earth Realm. Above and below ground. Where's the exit? Actually, what is this over here? It's like this arch. Oh, that's the waterfall that leads to the fire realm. Let's not swim closer to that. Let's not go that way. There we go. Our goal is to find all of the disc fragments so we can repair the discs and restore Perathia. Because without the discs, all the guardians of every element are going to destroy the world by not doing their job. Let's go save over here. We could go back to town, at which point Eldwin would give us a pointer for the next place we should be going. I'm gonna poke at the icy part of the water realm real quick to see if we can do everything there yet. I think the order is now we go to the icy part and we do the icy part and then we go back to Earth and do the Earth realm. But I might be wrong there. What do we got disc-wise? 2 Earth discs and 2 water discs, and that's all we got. Let's actually... in order to end the Azurik stream, let's go back to town. We don't have to do the fire mazes anymore, I don't think. I think the fire mazes are over. Let's go back to town, turn in all our obsidians, and then see where Eldwin points us next. And then we will know where we have to go.
This is the central part of the water.
Because like I said, the Diluvian Oracle... This game does have cinematic boss battles, yes. All of the Guardians are their own boss battle. And Balthazar is also a recurring boss. You fight him twice. And cinematic is the right word for them because they realized that their garbage combat system did not make for cool boss battles. They're like, oh, doing this over and over again on a big enemy is not very fun. So they're all like puzzle bosses, basically. And I don't want to talk about them too much because they're actually pretty cool and they would be fun to experience firsthand. Except for the Air Guardian. Air Guardian's kind of garbage. I think they ran out of ideas by the time they got to her. But the fire is also kind of garbage now I'm thinking about it. But water and earth are both really cool boss battles. At least, like, visually. Here's the training room, by the way. This is where the Death Disc was hiding for millennia. What is this art? Hold on. What is this? It's like a lore guardian with an Axion. He's wearing a shirt, though. Azurik. He's wearing a shirt. I just thought you'd like to know that. Also, they always leave death off of the elements that they like depict on their engravings and stuff. Nobody wants to talk about death element. So where do we have to go next, Eldwin?
Return to the Water Realm and swim through the great ocean to the iceberg fields to claim a greater water power.
Yep, it's ice time. Yeah, he's got 5 elements. He's got air, earth, water, fire, and then the 5th one is life. Is the big one in the middle. I'm assuming, anyways. I can't really see those symbols, like, at all. Whoa. So I think at first it's just a health upgrade. Yep. Got more health. That's good. And then second tier is a key, which opens up... I think he tells you. He does not tell you.
Collect 30 obsidians to increase your life bar.
Oh, he tells you if you activate it before you actually have enough obsidians. This is an Axion upgrade. That'll give, like, cool spikes on it. So this... Whatever key we don't have is this one, which...
Collect 60 obsidians to receive the key to the element chamber in the Temple of the Elements.
So that is one of the many places outside of town. If you get that one, you can... No, I don't want to go back up. I want to go down. The key we have is the life chamber, which is basically a place we can come back to town every time that gives us a full heal. But it's like, you have to come all the way back to town for it, so it's worthless. And then that one refills your elemental power, which is also not very useful, but those are there. I guess before we sign off and switch games, we can look at the earth power and what we got. So earth and water make acid. Earth by itself is earth armor. Makes Azurik look like the dorkiest barbarian ever. Earth and fire does lava. Lava spear, which is good. Earth and air is a tornado? Tornado kind of thing? Yeah, it is like an earth... It's like a rock sports bra, yes. And then earth, water, and air is ice. Earth, fire, and air is shockwave. Earth, water, and fire is shockwave armor. And I think that's all of them. So now you can do a full cosplay set of ice armor. Yeah, Earth opens up a lot of options. You can also, like, try them all out on the pause screen if you forget what they do. So that's handy. Yeah, nice Sub-Zero cosplay. Oh, and if you do all of the elements at once, I'm glad I saved before this because this is gonna be dumb. But if you do all the elements at once, it does a very powerful AoE attack that drains like all of your elemental power. And you couldn't hear him scream because the sound effects were all the way down. Let's make sure we really get that. Oh, I'm out of air power, so I can't do it, so never mind. Next stream. That'll be a Patreon bonus. We'll get the Azurik scream. Okay. That was Azurik, Rise of Perathia. I'm gonna take a quick break to get a drink, and then when we come back, we're gonna switch to Lichdom Battle Mage, which, if you manage to stay awake through this stream and getting lost in fire mazes, I guarantee you the next game will put you to sleep.